Hello students. In previous application what we have seen how the button component generates action event and how that event is handled by action listener interface. But now the question is, when on applet window we have more than one button. Now it's very obvious that any of the button will be clicked at a time. Not all the buttons will be clicked at the same time, right? So once the applet is run, numbers are entered in text box 1 and text box 2. If user clicks on add button, I want the result of addition in third text box, or if user clicks on sub button, I want the subtraction result in third text box. So how this logic will be implemented? As I said, even though you have number of buttons in your program, only one of the button will be clicked at a time. So as a programmer, we have to find out which button is clicked. So which object will give us this information? Obviously, when you click on button, the action event is generated and the object of action event class is created, and this object is thrown by JVM, and this E object consists of the information like which button has generated the event, the name of that button, B1, B2, like this, or the caption of button, that it means the text written on that button. So as a programmer, we have to check it out which button is clicked at runtime, and that we can retrieve with the help of action event class. Let us see. In the same program, we had written code for addition only. Now we have to add one more button for subtraction. So button B1 comma B2, and here change in the previous code B1 button for add. Now we have to write sub for subtraction as a caption on B2 button. Now the name of the buttons are B1 and B2, which are used by programmer for programming purpose, but the caption of button is add and the caption of button 2 is sub. These are the action command or the caption or the text written on button control. Now we have to add both the buttons, add B1, add B2, and both buttons are responsible for generating the action event. So we have to register both the buttons with action listener. If you register only B1 button, so you will get output of addition only. So we have to register both the button for getting respective output each time. Save the code. Now once any of the button is clicked, action event object will be created and program control will jump to action performed method. Now we can ask to this E object which control has generated the event, B1 or B2, and then we can display the correct output. So once the action event is generated and the program control jumps to this action perform method, we can check if condition. We can ask this E object which is received in this bracket. We can ask to this E object who is the source of this action event by using get source method. So it means key event generated by this E object, which is the source of this action event E. B1, it means the add button, addition button. So you can perform this task of addition. Else, what we have to do? We have to perform the same task, but only the thing is that we have to display the subtraction. So we will change the sign only and complete the block of else. Okay. Now save this program, go to command prompt, compile the code, execute the code. See, both buttons are available. So when I click on number 1 text box, enter the number 2, and I am clicking on add button, I get the output of sum, addition. When I change the number in text box and click on sub button, I get the subtraction result. So how we can identify which button is clicked? By using method of action event class. Which method? Get source. Get source method will return you the name of the object who has generated the event. Or there is one more method, get action command. This method will return you the caption written on the text box. It means you can check the event source who has generated the action event is having the action command or caption as add, then perform the addition, otherwise perform the subtraction. Same code, compile again, run, and we will get the same output. If I click add, addition result. If I click sub, subtraction result. So there are two methods of action event class. Get source, which will return the name of the button which has generated the event, and get action command, which will return the caption written on the button component. These methods are useful when you have more than one button on an applet window. Thank you.